it stops, no one knows. We're going head into the unknown. Na, 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 na.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hi, the lovely mi amor Michelle.
Ma Teresa, how are you?
I'm doing okay. This is a sad update, but we're here to deliver the information. Hi, Delana. Hi, Texas Angel. I'm Mellow 7949 Sherry. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Kimbers. Misty, Mel Mac. Best intro on YouTube. I agree.
Yes.
Hi, Christy. Hi, Jane Doe.
Hi, Jane Doe.
Lock 'em up.
That's it. Get them. Mallory.
Hi, S. Texas Angel. I think I said hi to you, but I'm not sure. Hi, Miss K.
I always knock Trace off her thing. You'll go down all your people, and I'll throw in one of mine in there.
Yeah, do it. Throw them all in. I'll hi to everybody.
Put them in there. There's the RR star.
Hi, Jenlu. Blessings to all. Hi, Jordan.
Jordan, how are you?
Let's see. Hi, Mallory. And Beastly B. And Misty Down.
Love you, Mallory. Connie.
So.
And Dina.
Hi, Dina. Hi, makeup date with Jackie.
Okay.
No, it reminds me of a name you'd have, like makeup date with me.
Right? That would so be me. Crime sleuthing. I like that, though.
Hi, Crime Sleuthing. Hi, Donna. I love you, Mal. You're probably telling Michelle that, but whatever.
Oh, she loves you, too.
She's joking.
Uh-oh, Jordan's been a member for 2 months.
What?
We love you, Jordan. It is heartbreaking. This case is devastating. Yes.
Allie sent you. Aw, my lovely Allie. So I was listening to most of her. I had to do kid pickup, but I was trying to listen in while I was driving around, and she's got some interesting updates on the Summer case, and you guys know that case is like near and dear to my heart, man. That poor baby. I check for updates on her every so often, and it's just, I don't know. Nothing ever seems to come from it. Oh, Shamita. Thank you, my love.
Hey, Kimbers.
Melissa, Allie sent you too. Nadine.
Oh, there's Nadine.
In the decks.
Melissa Mills. How are you?
Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun, dun.
That's like our New Year's song here. You know that, right?
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. We put that on here on 2nd Street, and that's it. It's going down. Uh-oh, Delaina's been a member for 3 months.
Oh, look at you. Hi, Junie. Hi, Cool Gamer. Hi, Tia. Spread love, no hate. Not hate. I love that. Spread love, not hate. Princess Megan Elsa. It's like a royal announcement.
I know. It's just like
Megan
the royal
Elsa is here.
best name of YouTube coming in.
It's like
So you got the coffee? Good. Hey, Rescue Mom.
Jordan said she thought that was a Red Sox song. Sweet Caroline.
It probably is, but we find any reason to celebrate, so just give us a song.
Say my name, Mrs. Troy.
Teresa, she's singing tonight.
Jane Doe, you're gifted. Jane Doe was gifted. Jane Doe was gifted in membership, and she's very thankful. Who do you know who gifted it to you? Our Lady Tinkerbell's Mama Bear, Weeping Willow.
Did we miss something
on the channel?
Oh, Ellie's here. So is Tia.
Designing my life.
I like that name.
Somebody needs to design mine, I'm telling you.
Pointer
Lover. Dominic, and not officially, but I mean, I think once we go through everything, it's kind of the conclusion that everybody's going to be going to. Hi, Lucia, Minnie Mo's, Pointer Lovers, I think I should touch yours, a Princess Megan Elsagan.
Good night, Dee says.
The real Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Tweet, tweet.
She's so bubbly. I know. I like her when she's like this too.
Kitty. Me? I'm trying really hard. I mean, I've been struggling this weekend. I've been a little under the weather. I have my one kid sick. It went from one to the next to the third. And then I'm having my own struggles. So LFT says hi. Hi, LFT.
Hi, LFT. I think we saw Tia, right? She came in.
Yeah. Tia is the one that said LFT says hi.
Oh. Why am I only saying?
Angels lie to keep control. Ooh. God, these YouTube names are just like, we should just do a live just on YouTube names. They're so intriguing.
Yeah.
Hi, Seth Vicious.
Now that is a name I do love.
Hi, Allie.
Always
I love
stuck out.
Vicious.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Allie. Oh, is that the background you were talking about up here? Somebody said something about the background. Hi, NorCal Jim. Connie.
NorCal Jim.
Joni.
I think 307 is this Troy.
The background of the channel. I was like, oh, this is my little this is my office now. I got my own space. I got my own spot.
She got the T-zone. I love it. I love it.
She calls it the T-zone.
I do. It's the best thing ever.
Hi, Unsolved with Barb. Hi, Ellie.
Oh, look, and you changed your background too. You put Athena up there.
Yeah, it's got little Athena.
I love that. That was such a cool idea.
Allie is here. We shall begin now.
Let's do it.
All right. So I know a lot of you guys. Hi, Kaleidohope. Hi, Angela. If anybody else that I missed, I'm so sorry. Hi, I think I missed Emma. Hi, Emma. Hi to everybody. Hi, Seth.
Hey, Seth.
But if I miss you guys, I'm really sorry. And thank you for the compliments on the background. It's I needed my own spot, my own space that I could just go to and chill and have my setup where I could look at stuff and research things. And, so finally got it. It's my little office. I know it's the pinks and the purples.
I love it.
Which is funny. Pink and purple was actually my grandmother's favorite color. She loved pink and purple. So I was like adamant that I'm never going to like pink and purple because that's grandma's colors. And now pink and purple is like, that's it. That's
your absolute favorite.
I love it. I earned the space. I feel like I did. I went through all my, all the beginning just crap. And now it's like, okay, finally I have my own spot. Hi, Wolfie. Hi, Tara. Let's see. That's your mom too. Uh-oh. Where did Mia Moore go? Hi, Commander Ender Turkey. I lost Michelle. Is she circling for you guys? Where did she go? Uh-oh. I see Dubs in the house. Sunset gazing. Ruh-roh. We lost Michelle. Love the bookshelf. I love the bookshelf too. It's like one of my favorite things. I guess nope, she's back. Here she is. Okay, let's see. Good thing we didn't get started. You went into a circle.
My Wi-Fi and the dogs. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. Okay, so I think that most people are familiar with the case that we're going to talk about today, Little Athena. If not, I'm going to give you the briefest, tiny background that we know. It kind of all unfolded very quickly. Hi, BG. Sunset gazing. I think I said hi, but if I didn't. Amber, love reigns. Hi.
Sita, love you.
So Athena is 4 years old. The date she's actually missing is still somewhat undetermined. It was initially the weekend, Sunday, and then it turned into Friday the 6th. So it was 7, 8. It was the 8th. Then it turned to the 6th. Now we've got a little bit more information today that dates it back even further. We'll go through that. So there's still not an actual official date, but we're looking at Christmas at this time. This is a tough one, you guys. I mean, hi, Marshall. This is a tough one. She's 4, and I got some new pictures of her. I'm gonna show you guys too, and she's so stinking cute. Ow! I had to howl for Wolfie.
Oh, Wolfie's in the house.
Wolfie's in the house. So it's such a strange story. So it's her and her 5-year-old sister. They do not live with their bio parents. They were given to the bio mother's cousin and her husband to raise approximately a year and a half ago. And it's just so weird. So then on Tuesday, what was that? So that's Tuesday the 10th, the mail lady went to the house and ended up finding the 5-year-old sister wandering around, and she came up to the mail lady and said, I'm alone and I'm hungry and I don't want to be alone anymore. And
where's
so
my sister? Basically looking for her sister. And
she was looking for her little sister. She couldn't find her little sister. So so the mail lady called 911, and now everything's kind of unfolded to here. So then we have these caretakers, which is the bio mom's cousin and the bio mom's cousin's husband, who've now been taking care of these two. They have 4 children of their own. I actually think they have 3 children together, but I'm not 100% on that. I think she's got one older child by her previous husband. The bio mom and the bio dad have not really been in the picture. Hi, Aries girl. They arrested on the 12th. They arrested the caregiver female. Her name is Alicia. They arrested her on 2 counts of child neglect because these 2 kids were just left alone at the house. The rumor was that the caretaker male, his name is Ivan, had taken his children and left for Arizona. They arrested him also on the 12th, and then he has waived his extradition. I did post that hearing if you guys want to watch it. It's like 5 minutes long. But he basically is like adamant, like, I just want to get back there and get this cleared up. Like, let's go. I don't want to, I'm waiving extradition. Let's just go. I want to get it taken care of. But they have 30 days to pick him up from Oklahoma. Alicia is Jasmine's sister. Okay, so I'm getting conflicting reports on that because I'm getting that their mothers were sisters.
right. That's what I got too.
So that one's name is Sally and one's name is Jackie, and that they're sisters.
Right.
And that these 2 are cousins. Shelly. I think it's Shelly. I have it in my phone.
Last name.
I think they're first cousins, but I have heard both. So, Grandma Penny told you that Alicia was the aunt. Okay, so that's interesting to me because then you're throwing in some extra grandparents that don't actually, because Grandma Jackie posted saying that those are her grandkids, but Grandma Shelley posted saying that they're her grandkids. Yeah. Hi, Colorado Mountain Life. I leave it to Bieber. So that's obviously still up in the air. Maybe I'm obviously just gonna have to pull out the ancestry and see what we can figure out.
Yeah. Now I said Alicia and Jasmine are cousins. She heard.
Well, I've heard both. Initially, I heard sister, and then when all the grandparent stuff started coming out, it was they both had different moms. So Jasmine is the bio mother and Wes is the bio father.
Yep.
Penny is Wes's mom. Hi, Osane. And then that's why I said I'm confused on the female side then, because now we've got a couple different things saying that she's the aunt. I think they called her aunt because they called him uncle.
It's like in my family, we're all cousins, but all of our children call us aunt and uncle. You wouldn't know any difference.
Okay, so that's still up in the air apparently, because I can't figure out one way or the other. It said she had no photos of Athena at all in her possession, even offered to drive over there and scan any printed ones when she was missing. She said she had none. Weird. Wait a minute. Who didn't have any, Crime Sleuthin? Penny has some. They're posted on her Facebook page. She posts them and says that they're her son Wes's daughters. Maybe she didn't have any physical ones. I think maybe that's what it is. Okay, wait. Bio mom was adopted. Oh, goodness. You got, okay. Hi, Jay. Heather, did the bio family never even bother to call or check on these kids? I've got a lot of questions about that, especially with these holidays. Hi, Anna. No worries.
Anna.
Okay, so we'll still leave it. We'll still leave it up to they're either sisters or they're cousins, and it's kind of all over. Hi, Jones. Yes, no others. Those were all she had and had gotten from others. Okay. Well, yeah, so she was not. So we know that Bio Dad has not been around. We know that Bio Dad's family really hasn't been involved, even though there are some other photos I've seen with Bio Dad's sisters that they have posted with the girls. So I have a couple of those as well. And you need, yes, Seth, you need 35-hour days.
Literally.
The other pretty pics of the girls came from Jackie. Yes, and so Jackie is supposedly Jasmine's mom, but Shelly is supposedly Alicia's mom.
That's what I have.
That's okay. So anyway, you guys, that's how it is. Okay. Hi, my lovely Brit.
Brittles, how are you, babe?
Okay, so as we know, so he waives extradition, and then today we get a little bit more, as I would say, information on what's going on. So let me pull that up for you guys. We can read through it. It's very confusing. Yeah, the dad's family seems to be more in, just kind of like a straight line. Hers is a little different. Oh shoot, wrong button. We don't want to do that one. Okay, so we'll read through this. So this is the affidavit that's basically saying that Ivan is being charged with first-degree murder. Now, when he was being extradited, they did put on his paperwork that it was pending. He was pending a first-degree murder charge in Oklahoma, based on evidence that was found on his cell phone. So then we get this today, and it's basically on January 10th, 2023, a 5-year-old AA, which is the sister. Hi, Grandma Sherry. The sister, which is, I think everybody kind of knows her name now. So that's Athena. Athena is the 5-year-old, was located wandering near her residence at 225 West Nebraska Avenue in Cyril Cato County, Oklahoma, by the mail person called the local police, and Cyril Police Chief Garrett Rainey responded. Athena was forensically interviewed and disclosed that she had been home alone and she is tired of being alone. Rainey received a call from one of the caretakers, Alicia Adams, whom asked where Athena's 4-year-old sister, which would be Athena, was located. At the time, it was learned that Athena was missing. Athena reported that she called Alyssa mom and Allie, and called Alyssa's husband, Ivan Adams, dad and Uncle Ivan. Athena and Athena's biological mother, who we know as Jasmine, left Athena in the care of Alicia and Ivan approximately 1.5 to 2 years earlier. Alicia and Ivan never took Athena to the doctor for checkups and did not enroll Athena in school. And she's 5, so she should be enrolled in school depending on her birthday, but she should still be enrolled at this point. The review of the phone records for Alicia and Ivan did not match what they reported to Flores on December 26, 2022. Okay, so the review of the phone records for Alicia and Ivan did not match what they reported to Flores. On December 26, 2022, between the hours of 4:15 and 5:30, which would be a.m. because it's military time, Ivan's phone records show his phone leaving 225 West Nebraska and traveling to near Rush Springs, Oklahoma. Alicia and Ivan had previous residence located in the Rush Springs, Oklahoma area. On January 12, 2023, Flores re-interviewed Alicia and read her Miranda warning, to which she waived. Alicia confessed that on December 25th of 2022, around midnight that night, Ivan beat Athena and held her up by her arms. Athena was not moving and her eyes were barely open. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in her chest. Athena never moved after that. This occurred in their residence on 225 West Nebraska. Ivan then left around 1 1 o'clock, which would be 1 a.m. on December 26th with Athena. When he arrived back, he told Alicia that he buried her near a fence line that was next to their old residence in Rush Springs. He informed her he placed a large broken branch over the burial site. So, one, we have to conclude that this is what Alicia is saying. You know that she's obviously already lied. She's already lied. She lied to them on the 10th.
Yep.
She didn't tell them any of this. So now the question is she telling the truth?
If this baby, if they're talking about around Christmas time, there is no way in this world, at least for my ears at this moment, that she could have enough. There is no excuse. There is no, what? Christmas? January 10th?
The way that I read this is that then that would be Christmas Day night, right? Is that how you read it too?
Yeah.
It would be the
Yep.
25th at night, not
Yep.
the 24th going into the 25th.
Yep.
Because it's the 26th is when they're looking at his phone records. So that would be right after. It would be close to midnight on the 25th. Going into the 26th is when he supposedly disposes of her.
And for me, just thinking about, you know how Christmas Day goes, and let's say things didn't go right, you know, they get with financial issues and things like that, and maybe Athena took the worst of it that night. That's why I don't think it was going into Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, terrible.
One, I don't even understand like how anybody even brings themselves to do any of this. I just can't fathom it. I can't fathom that you beat her and she's 4.
Yeah.
I mean, she's 4.
She's the tiniest little thing in the world. Like
tough guy. Oh, you're so strong. You beat the shit out of a 4-year-old.
We'll find them in there.
So, and then I like I said, I back myself up because then I'm like, okay, this woman is obviously a liar. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this woman being a liar. And I've talked to one of her friends that was friends with her years ago, and she's like, I can't believe that this is even happening, kind of thing, of course. But I'm like, she's a liar.
Yep.
And it pisses me off because she's out there just living her life. She knows this happened. Yep. She knows this happened. And she just goes and she's like, I'm just going to get a new boyfriend and I'm just going to go hang out with him.
And just have a whole new life. And this baby, for all we know, is buried in yonder somewhere. And she just and then leaves her own children with this person and just goes off. And I just, nope.
Mm-hmm.
There was something funky about her from the TikToks. Those TikToks.
Yeah, so I have those too. We can go through some of those. But I'm trying to figure out. He was adamant. If you guys watch, like I said, it's like a 5-minute clip of his extradition hearing. And he's like adamant. Like, I want to get back there and clear this up. Oh, and I'll show you guys this. So like, this is one of his sisters. So he's got a few sisters. Let me see if I can grab this one real quick. And obviously, family doesn't want to believe that their, sibling would do anything of the sort. And we all know that. We've witnessed it on so many different things. Of course. So this is one of his sisters. It's like, I don't know how to feel, don't know how to grasp this shit, but I do know my brother didn't do anything wrong. I'm praying for the little girl to be found and that the truth comes out. But I'll be behind him 100%. I know he didn't do shit. But he is going crazy without his babies right now. Praying for you, big bro. I love you. And prayers for the baby girl's family as well. This shit is sad as F. Shaking my head, fucking numb.
Do with that.
But I'm really curious on if she's actually the one that did it or if he did it. I mean, she's just going to flip on him. Is she the one that's actually guilty?
I'm getting the feeling they did it together, and now she's going to flip on him. Maybe she knows all of his weaknesses and played on that. I get huge Amari Nicholson vibes in this case. Huge. And then she leaves.
Oh, you're cut out. Yeah, she's a self-proclaimed makeup. I can't even talk. Self-proclaimed. Oh my god.
But they were in talks of.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Can you guys see me? Am I okay?
I'm getting all screwed up on the word proclaimed. Self-proclaimed influencer. That's what it is.
A terrible, in my opinion, influencer.
Yeah, that's who you
Her
want
TikToks are
influencing.
just weird. Sorry, they were weird.
Yeah, so the thing is she gets arrested, she's there, so she turns on him, and then she's gonna get the deal.
Yeah, yeah. You know who talks first gets the deal, and she's like, no, got me first. I'm in here, not a problem.
So right now she only has the 2 charges of child neglect. He's the one that
Yep.
has the child neglect and
The murder.
the murder charge. So obviously they can still give it to her, but I'm just thinking, yeah, she's gonna be the one that ends up.
What would make her think to go on a trip? Like, let's say this did happen on Christmas or whatnot, and what made her think that she could just so easily go on this trip like nothing's wrong? In her mind somewhere, she thinks that she's not guilty of this.
Mm-hmm. How old is she? I'm assuming you mean Alicia, and she's in her mid-30s. I want to say 37, but that's me just trying to pull that out of my memory.
Yeah.
She's right around. She's in her mid-30s. So, okay, then today we get. I should back up and say 2 days ago they called off the grid search. So they had a full-on grid search. They were searching for her, hoping obviously she was still alive. They call off the grid search, and it becomes a recovery mission. Now today they've come out and said they have found the remains of a child. They have not, as of when I started this live, actually said that they are her. They are of Athena, but they are in the place that supposedly he allegedly, buried her. Okay, Nadine, I'm wondering, she watched, she didn't stop it. Was this just a history of abuse? Was she abused? I don't know any of those details yet, but I'm just thinking like this just doesn't make any sense. She's 31. Okay, thank you, Raybird. Is he 37? So, okay, so then there's, there's nothing that the news footage doesn't show anything, but it is a rough watch just because you know what you're looking at. So I'm going to play this while we kind of talk too.
Is this the 17-minute one, T?
Yeah. So this is where they're searching, or where they were searching, and they ultimately ended up finding remains. And then while we kind of go through that, doesn't have a lot of audio, so that's why I said they do talk sometimes, but there's not a ton of audio in it, and it's the helicopter kind of circling, and you can just see the area. And remember, like when we were looking at the maps on the last live, you could it was just there's nothing there. So this is the brush that they would have found her in.
Oh, shut up.
Like I said, they have not confirmed it is her, so you have to obviously wait for the actual confirmation. But I mean, obviously, the signs point to that it is her. Yep.
Hey, Sharon, how are you?
She knew the baby was dead and went about and partied. She should get murder accessory charges or something. I agree. I don't understand why there's not concealing a dead body, why there's not any type of accessories, even after the fact. That's why I said she's getting a deal. Hi, Sharon. She's going to get a deal. She should be charged with leaving 5 kids with. Yeah. Okay. So this is my other question: is if she calls in when she hears that Athena was found, and she calls the police department, and she's like, "Okay, where's Athena?" Then did she actually leave all the children with her husband? Which means that she ended up telling the truth towards the beginning of it, and she did say that she left all 6 children with her husband. So then we have to go back to, she knew that what he had done to her on Christmas, that wasn't news to her. So she left 5 children with him, knowing what he had done. And then in such a volatile situation where you're going to be with another man, and you left your own children with him, obviously leaving anybody's children with this man, knowing what he did, is ridiculous, but.
And to think what the new relationship and you leaving him behind with all the responsibility on top of the responsibility you have just, in his eyes, probably have looked at, just picked up over the last year. We don't know if they were getting, we don't know if certain members of the family were collecting anything for these children and giving it to her, and there's really no trace of that yet.
I didn't see anything in any of
there had to be something in it for these two to take these 2 girls on a year ago.
Covered or anything like that.
Hi, Erez. Hi, Peyton.
In one of those vehicles.
So at this point, when I think that this helicopter is flying over, I believe they already have removed the body, and they're talking about that they believe that she's in the back of one of the vehicles. Hi, Ennio.
All right, we're live.
Dynamite. Or he left. So that's my thing is, if he left first with the other children, then she physically leaves then she's the one who physically leaves Athena home.
Right.
So, and then would she still call and be like, wait a minute, I left 2 kids home. Where's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
But if she knows that that one was not alive back on December 26th, why did she ask about her? Is it a setup? I don't know.
Think about that.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sky 5.
I just don't. I think that she's gonna. I think she's gonna end up getting some type of mercy that I'm not okay with. The other issue I have is if this was on Christmas and it was the night of Christmas, I'm very curious. Did the family see her on Christmas? Was any of the bio family around on Christmas? Did any of these grandparents actually see her for the holiday?
Who they believe to be the little girl from Cyril that.
If she's going to skate on everything else, I hope a little prison justice is meted out while she's in. Sorry, not sorry. If what happened is what I think happened, I'm on your side.
Yep.
They killed her
I think that the fence. This is the fence right here. You can see the fence. You see it right here. You see her poles. It's like barbed wire.
The little girl's mother.
You see him down there?
Took her out here and he buried her. And this, we believe, is the site.
What kills me is too, like, this is her family. These are her baby cousins or her nieces, whatever. Like, this is your actual blood. Like, this is your family. And you left these babies behind, regardless, knowing what this man was already capable of. And then, right, like you said, let's go to the holidays. What happened the day or two after Christmas? You know, like when some of the other family starts coming in, nobody saw these children. Nobody asked for Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Athena had to have seen something. And if she didn't, she had to have been asking where her sister was since Christmas.
Right.
That is just insane to think. Like, so what were they doing with Athena at the time? They had to have been keeping her away too, because she could have possibly have spoke.
Well, then why did her behind?
Right. Well, but I'm saying, like, prior to him leaving, those days in between that, if this happened on Christmas,
and I may have misspoken.
What were those days like for these kids?
What are the kids doing up at midnight? I guess it's a holiday, but still.
So we're gonna say that. But there's that other video.
Okay, so let me pull up her Instagram.
These are
We can look
investigative.
through some of that too, and then I have a few pictures that the grandmas have shared.
Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation and other law enforcement for this area, but a very sad day for everyone involved, everyone that has had so much hope over the past few days after she
did not think this was going to end well. I hoped, but I just knew this was not going to end well.
She was reported missing was.
I feel like every picture that was put out there for us to see showed that this was not going to turn out well. Everything about those pictures bothered me. Everything. Too many bruises, too many scratches, and I know kids play and they roughhouse and all that good stuff.
Dirty. They were just dirty. That bothered me, and I know that.
Yes.
Like I've said before, like I know that people are different, and they're like, let the kids get dirty, and then we'll clean them up later.
Yeah, I mean, it really, raises suspicion as to what was, where was the 5-year-old girl during that time from Christmas until last Friday. That's
the other big question.
But I'm sure all of the truth will come out as this investigation moves forward. But you can see investigators now moving back into
was actually left
the
behind.
trees.
How long was Athena actually left in that house?
That they have already removed the remains, and now they're just kind of combing the area looking for evidence. Now, the one individual, they already have information about exactly what happened and about who actually killed this little girl, but they're still going to treat this like a crime scene and look at all the information and get all of the evidence.
And these pictures do
And,
have Athena in
and
them
so
as
that
well. I
they
don't want
can-
anybody
they can
getting
build the
upset, but
strongest case they
I'm
can.
just letting you know that they do have. She
But
is in
you
these
can see them
pictures as
kind
well.
of
I'm not
looking
blocking her out.
at an area right in there, and that's kind of where we believe that's where we were looking, Michael, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness, look at those two babies. Oh,
Right. Oh shoot.
yeah.
Right. Is your microphone up, Michael?
Yeah. Look at how
Okay.
cute they are.
All right. So what Michael was saying
Oh.
was Michael's going to maintain.
So
as
Athena's in the
far as
back and then Athena's
operating
in
the
the front.
camera, we're going to maintain some sensitivity as far as not zooming in, not getting too close to the site, to the scene, because I mean it's it's something that is very, very sensitive and a very somber and sad situation out here. This, to give you an idea where we are, we're kind of we're north of Rush Springs. Rush Springs is 4.5 miles south of us right now, and this is land that belongs to the caregiver. And
You can see
his
like the
wife,
timer just going straight up there. You see
now
that?
Yep.
You see this? Oh shoot! I didn't mean to pause it. Sorry.
the girl, she was the
See
mother
the
of the
tire
child,
marks?
right?
Yep.
They were both caregivers, and
Okay.
she has confessed. She confessed
Great
to what
job.
happened.
Yeah.
That's how they know so much.
Oh wow, you see that whole roundabout right there. Boom.
They are family members of the little girl, is my understanding, Chase. They
Yeah.
are family members. They're just not the biological parents.
Right.
She has to be behind those investigators, like where that brush is, like you said. That's where she
Right.
had to have been.
But the
Alex, one
5-year-old
side of the family says
did
no, that there
call,
was no DHS or CPS or whatever. It's the Oklahoma version.
male
The other
caregiver,
side says yes.
So
That's
call
kind
him
of
dad and
you can't access
uncle
the paperwork.
both.
So it's
Oh,
kind
wow.
of what side of the family do you believe,
That was
or which
that was
person
in
of which side of the
affidavit.
family do you
That's-
believe, kind of thing.
That's not
So
like private information. That's public. That's
can't access
that's
the
in
paperwork to see if
affidavit, or in
the
probable
DHS was
cause
actually
Gotcha.
involved and gave the custody, because
Right.
there's
So, I mean,
from the
the
get-go,
station
nobody's wanted to say
definitely
that
has
there was
a whole
actually a
lot of
custody
information
agreement.
about this, and
I'm
we
a
have been reporting on it. So if you do get a
I do,
chance
Hickey.
to watch.
Oh, I'm
205
sorry.
News,
I
we
know.
still
I'm
have the
sorry.
4 o'clock
It's
show
okay.
that's got
I
about
get it.
another 19 minutes
Yeah, we
remaining.
get it, doohickey. These are hard. These are heavy.
That goes until 5:30.
Especially this little one. A lot of us are very outraged on this case because it
Passing along all the
I
information that
spent
we've
time
been
with
able to
Mel.
gather over the past few
time with Mel. How are you?
days, but
Dominic,
hours and
supposedly she was buried. I'm not sure.
story has been
I have not heard
developing
in the barbed wire part. I've heard that he actually
have
buried her and then
discovered more
covered
and more
her
about actually what
with
happened,
branches.
where the body was taken, which was
Oh,
right here.
Jay,
This
I
location,
get it.
Believe, we're not and we say that because they're taking the remains of this, of a little girl to the coroner's office just to do a positive identification, just to make sure that it actually is her. But this is where. Say that again. Two minutes away, Roger.
They are leaving the site now. Investigators are.
Yeah. So you see investigators pulling out from where the site was. That's just kind of leading me to believe that, I mean, they have already removed the remains from the site, and they are now taking her away. And they will go from here to the coroner's office to do a positive ID of the remains. And then once that's done, they will pass that information along to us, of course. But you can kind of get an idea of all the vehicles that were out there. That might be, there's no telling what vehicle she's in, but she's more than likely in one of these 4 vehicles that are leaving the site right now. I would almost.
I'm glad they found her, though.
She doesn't deserve to be out there by herself. I just cannot imagine what makes you leave these children.
One of the lead vehicles that's making its way out of the field right now.
Should I go to the site now that we know that her remains are gone, or no?
I haven't watched the end of this. Somebody in chat said that they'd zoom in over
Well,
there. Though.
so
Do
since
they?
everyone's leaving here, we're going to go ahead
I
and
know I haven't. I'll look at it.
our
Though.
shot's hot, and you're twisting it.
Yeah, I'm actually not, but
Oh, okay.
Skylar Wilson, you write that down?
Mhm.
Abigail was talking about that they're not confirming that this is her. They're going to make sure
Yeah,
that
what did
it's
you think was going
confirmed
to happen
before,
to Adina just leaving
we
her in the
are able to
house?
report that.
With reports that
But-
we've heard that she lived off of eating syrup.
But you can see that they have started to leave the scene. A lot of the vehicles leaving now. Still hot.
Yeah, especially the fact that she was away from him, so she was safe. She could have reported it.
you okay with the
She
wide
wasn't in.
shot right
She
now?
wasn't
Yeah,
in a
it's good.
position of danger.
We're still
But I mean,
live
her
on air.
children were.
Copy that.
Still. Hi, Shauna. I know it is. It's heartbreaking.
Right, she's out partying, like ready to live a new life.
Okay, so before we
She looks a bit
take
like
our
Madeline
shot
McCann, she
down
does.
on social media, we're gonna just kind of zoom in and show you kind of where the location was, where
Here in
we
Canada.
believed the remains were found. They were over here in these trees, and right down in there, I think it's right there in the bottom left of your shot there, Michael. And once we zoom in, we'll be able to see where that site was. It's down a little bit more.
Oh, I was thinking it was up in the.
I think it's right in there.
Oh,
Well, he
yeah.
didn't even go far back.
We believe this is the site where the remains were placed and where the remains were discovered just a little while ago. You can see that disturbed earth there in the top left of your shot, and that's where the investigators were when we first got on scene. So kind of some closure now to a story that has been developing over the past few days, and not the outcome that anybody wanted. But now that we know the truth and we know what happened, it can kind of, begin to create some closure for so many out there, especially all the friends and family that knew the little girl, and were so worried and scared about what happened. Our worst fears have been imagined. But all we can do now is just pray for the family, pray for the friends that are going to be in mourning for the next few days, and for a lot of time to come. But we do appreciate you joining us on all of the platforms. We are on Facebook Live, YouTube, and the KOCO mobile app, and on Twitter. And I've got Michael Armstrong with me here in Sky 5, and just make sure you set your notifications so you get alerts whenever we do have breaking news like this. And it's not always a bad news story or something like this. There's some other things that we report also that you'll definitely want information about when they do happen. But stay tuned to KOCO 5 News throughout this evening and the days to come as we continue to bring more information about what happened here in South Oklahoma. This is south of Oklahoma City, around Rush Springs and around the Sorrel
Better view
area.
of the properties right there.
But on behalf of Michael Armstrong, I'm Chase Rutledge here in Sky 5, and we will talk to you guys later.
All right, I'm going to show some more pictures of the babes. Hold on, let's bring this over here real quick. These are kind of scattered, so you can take them for what you want, because I just kind of have them all over the place. That's Athena right here on the left.
Look how close they are in age. They had to be super close. They went through this journey together of going to another home. Like I cannot imagine what Adina is going through.
But does she even understand yet that anything actually happened?
Right. How do you internalize
Or
that as
sister?
a baby?
Yeah. Okay, so here's boyfriend. Just want to tell you how much this weekend meant to me. Best weekend I've ever had. Just one of the many we will have. Life's a rocky road, but we're going to get through this and build something we never thought possible. We got this, baby girl. Thank you for all you've done for me. And I know Mallory, I don't know if you're still in chat or not, sent that he did have some, was it him? I know, I looked his up, and he had some domestic violence against, because he's also married. Mr. Bladen Davis is also a married man, and he has some domestic violence charges against him as well. And the wife's mom was in Facebook groups saying that she thought the daughter thought they were getting back together until this happened. Let me see. This is the unidentified remains. Word from the OSBI. So this is her commenting on January 7th. So she actually had taken down her Facebook, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe Ellie had taken down her Facebook, or if she did, because it popped back up, but no profile picture. But it was down for at least a couple of days, like right when this was all unfolding. But now hers is back up with no profile picture, but she has a few as well. So this is her best weekend. Yeah, best weekend 2 weeks after you just, whatever, you witnessed or were partook, I don't know. January 4th. This is one that really pissed me off a lot. The 2022 was a hell of a year. So ready to make 2023 mine.
Oh, what a stuff. Make 2023 yours. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nice of her?
Yeah. Selfish.
December 31st, best night at the Watco Christmas party. Then Bricktopoulos and Whiskey Chicks to end the night.
Oh, it's great that you can celebrate your New Year. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull this back up.
The fact that she sees 2023 in such a bright, like futuristic way is just like mind boggling, knowing that this baby, but 2 weeks prior to that, just like, did she not think that no one in this family was going to ask at all? I think that says something too.
Yeah, hold on. I lost track of where I was in the picture. So give me a second. Let me pull that back out so I can figure out where I was.
I agree, Nadine. Oh, thank you, Mallory. We love you. She said the one she sent you was Ivan, but it didn't have a date.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Ivan does have the domestic. Oh, thank you, Mallory, for the super chat to get to my attention, because she's like, you're not listening.
The real Rockin' Robin. Yes.
Okay, here, we'll go up here, and then I can share this again. So these are some that I believe this was one of the grandmas or an aunt had posted talking about that Adina and Athena had a lot of fun posting these on, or taking these pictures on Snapchat. I thought they were really cute. It's just so fucking cute, man.
The littles love the Snapchat.
Darn it. Why it doesn't want me to go through the pictures?
Even when these boyfriends or whatever do this to these babies, and it's supposed done in revenge for the girlfriend or whatnot, whatever. What I don't understand is, of all the things in the world that I mean, come on, the things that men, or okay, women too, that we do to get back at each other in relationships or whatever, you result to this. Same thing with Terrell Rhodes. Like, you resulted to that. She left. You got enraged, lost your mind, thinking she was with someone else doing something else.
That's my question. So was she already gone by Christmas, or did she leave after? Did she leave after this happened? And how did she just randomly get a new boyfriend?
Some of the rumors are saying, and again, these are just rumors, that she left him around Christmas, came back for Christmas, did Christmas with the kids or whatever, and officially left him New Year's Eve. Like, she celebrated, I guess, New Year's Eve or something the day before with him, and then I guess was off at her trip. I have no idea, but I seen.
So she went and celebrated the holidays with him. He does this to one of the babes.
There's an Aaron Trapp in the Facebook groups who claims to be a friend of hers and a neighbor and whatnot. And yeah, she's friends with the family.
Okay.
And give me 1 second.
Yeah.
So basically, like, it's a small
do, right?
town, and they all knew that she was cheating. So he went back for Christmas. They did their holidays with the kids, and then
she leaves and he takes his kids, or she leaves him with all 6 kids.
that's what.
See, this is what I'm. Yeah, there's still a lot to that timeline. Forgot about Snapchat. Yeah, poor little babes. So somebody had told me last week or end of last week that she did have a lot of pictures posted, but she had them set to friends only. So another young lady was in Facebook groups today who said, if you guys want pictures, I'm friends with her on Facebook and I'll get you what you want. And I said, I was told that she had a lot of pictures of the girls that were set to friends only. And she said, I went through her Facebook. She doesn't have any pictures of the girls. I was like, okay, well, thank you for checking. Okay, so Crying Time with Bell says she left him with all 6. If she left him with all 6, then how does she know what he did in such detail on December 25th going into the 26th? This is what I don't get. That just doesn't. Is she wearing lipstick? It's a Snapchat filter.
Yep. Oh, Julie says, I think she did it. She was held up. She was held up by her arms. That is an immediate detail.
That's an intimate detail of what occurred. Yes. She was either watching it, because he's not like, yeah, I held her up by. I mean, I can't. But yeah. Oh, LFT. Hi, cutie pie.
Yeah, Delana, we're not too sure. There was no set custody, not through the courts, not through anything, that this was just, I guess, an agreement amongst family.
The other family says that there was. So really? The bio dad's family says there was some type of legal or DHS being involved, or whatever version Oklahoma has of DHS CPS. So, but the other family says no, that she just left the kids with them because she went to rehab and left the girls with her. So, go ahead.
Did you notice that on the pressers that when they mention if DHS is involved, they say no comment?
They say no comment, which doesn't make sense because we all know that DHS is involved now, so they could easily say yes, the DHS is involved or whatever.
It's like they don't want us going back.
Filter, so she doesn't actually have makeup on. It's just the filter. So like here's another one. She's in the same outfit, so no makeup. It's just they were just doing fun stuff for her to take pictures. See, it does not want me to. Somebody asked who this is. This is the caretaker, Alicia Adams, Alicia Galvin. She has another last name too. She had a few of them. She does. She says she left with all. She left him with all 6, but I just don't know how she'd know those details.
Mm-hmm. Unless
either way you look at it, they're both. I'm in agreement. I hope the court finds a way to make that happen.
Yes, unless that's what's in his phone. Did he do almost what Terrell Rhodes did with Armar? Like, did he send her what he did to this little girl, and that's how she knew the detail?
They also say that that it was due to his phone data, or his phone that they were able to charge him with this. I highly doubt they would be able to just charge him based on his phone leaving the house at 4:00 in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
So her statement corroborating what he did is part of the issue and what they're using against him.
Yep.
So now here's the thing. Now they have her body. They will be able to do some, testing to see
all his DNA. I mean,
there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he texting her like, hey, this is where I put her? No, I don't know. There's not enough in that affidavit for us to actually say anything quite yet.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. We're gonna go back this way now.
I'm with you, Elizabeth. I'm with you.
They're so cute. Both the girls are freaking cute.
They really are, and they're so tiny. They're so petite, very petite little girls.
So this is bio dad's sister, who posts a photo of herself and with little Athena, a little girl so helpless she couldn't even defend herself. I don't understand how someone can be so evil. I hope the worst for Alicia and Ivan. I've never wished bad on anyone, but they will get what they deserve. If I didn't care about my life, I would be so reckless and do something so stupid, but I pray they feel bad every day and live in fear every day. I hope they feel so worthless and small like they made my niece feel. Okay, I don't know how we got there all of a sudden. It's like it stops like the direction that I'm going. Yeah. It's the weirdest stuff. So these are what I found really interesting is that here they are. This is Alicia and Ivan on Ivan's Facebook from September. And I have another one from October that I don't know if I actually put in my chat or not, but they look at, there they are, just all happy-go-lucky, you know, everything's hunky-dory.
And you said that was September, T?
Yeah, that's September 12th, 2022.
And they had these kids for a year? Right?
At least a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yep. I know people are going to get mad, but these are two of their bio children. This is his cover photo. It is public on Facebook. And the only reason I want to share it is because I want you guys to see the marks that I was talking to you about last week. I mean, it's got marks on his face. And then, well, let me zoom in. Why not? Of course not. Hold on.
They're pretty clear on the one.
Yeah, hold on. I want to be able to zoom in on it, though, because I want to show you guys the fingers. The fingers of the boys. Oh. Look at that. You can't see his. Look at his fingers. I mean, look at his.
Oh my!
Look at his little face.
He is banged up, Tracy.
It's very common. I know. I get it. Kids fall. Kids get bruises. I've got 3 of them. I know how it goes. But in these situations, man, I'm just like, what? And look at his ear.
No. Yeah. No. He's. No, I don't care. I'll say it. In my opinion, his face is beat up. In my opinion,
That's what
he
I'm
looks like
about.
he was grabbed by his face. The way it goes.
Right here.
Yes. Like yes. Wow. All in there, up there in his ear. You could see on the hands. You do enough of these cases, you know what those marks start to look like. They're very different than when a toy hits you across your head.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't. Let me see what other ones I have in here.
I'll double check real fast too, just to see if they put anything out.
Okay, thank you. So there was. This was put out a few days ago, and Alex Erickson actually shared it with me. We kind of were like, I don't know about sharing it, but now in light of what else has been confessed, I think it's probably okay to talk about it. So this was from Reddit. You guys have probably seen it in Facebook groups anyway, but this account is saying that she confessed to strangling her. That she strangled the girl the day after Christmas and then disposed of the body at a previously lived at property. Now, the only reason I think it's important to share now is because the rest of it's true.
Right.
Disposed of the body at a previously lived at property. So her husband, okay, so my wife's sister found out because her husband, it took me a minute to go put all this together because I was like, this is like my wife's neighbor's dog's sister kind of thing. Yeah. My wife's sister found out because her husband, Alicia's father, has been told by the sheriff's office. They called him to tell him that she confessed that she strangled the girl the day after Christmas and then disposed of the body at a previously lived at property. And then the sheriff's office called the father back to let him know that they had indeed found the body after a brief search of said property. This is a couple days ago, though, so we know that part's not accurate. I'm assuming this is all told to him because he's the only one that can help attain an attorney. But like I said, I don't know because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But then she was actually found at the property. So there's another one that says, here, let me pull up the next one from them. She's deceased, confirmed by law enforcement. Alicia has admitted to strangling her and where she stashed the body. The police have found a body on a property previously occupied by Alicia and Ivan. Source, me, my wife's sister is married to Alicia's father. I have pictures to prove I know her. It's an old Facebook photo from 2010 to 2011 when I last saw her and hung out with her. I wanted to add, she said she strangled her the day after Christmas because she was getting overwhelmed with everything she did. She'd constantly poop her pants and not act right. Reports are saying that she'd forced both kids into a timeout closet for hours or days on end. Like I said before, my wife's sister is stepmother to Alicia. She's married to Alicia's father. They live in Phoenix, where Ivan was found and arrested. Now, this is accurate. The fact that Alicia's father is remarried and lives in Phoenix. So that's why you can take it for what you want. I don't know. But a couple of the things are accurate and a couple of the things aren't. What's up with this? Let's see. Did somebody already take care of that in chat? I don't know. All the babies are with social services at this point. Hey, Kim. Hey, Alibi. I'm hoping that if you did it, she is charged as an accomplice. No, that's what I'm like. She's going to cut a deal. Can we zoom in on that photo, please? Shoot, Mellow77. Can you tell me which one and I can go back to it? The one with the boys? I'm like, I got my chat just went and got all behind. The kids are looking dirty. Meanwhile, the Guardians dressed to the nine. Yeah, going out and having parties. I have no idea. Lily Cruz, you counting the chat? I'm not really sure what that's about.
We see you, Shmita. Thank you, babe.
I don't know if they're trolling but texting while listening. Or but texting while listening. Very true. I'm like, it's just counting down. That's very possible. It wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Delina says, I'm on the lookout. These kids were abused regularly and not one adult in the family stood up and put an end to it.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Delina, did she say she was there? Well, in that document, it doesn't say she was there. It says, let me go back to it. Tell me I didn't close it. Of course I did. Why did I do that? It doesn't say she was there. It just says that's what her statement was.
And Biddy Bites, yes. Huge big signs. Pooping pants, etc. as a sign or symptom of child abuse. Yes. Huge red flag.
Which is a vicious cycle because then it just creates more child abuse.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what else I got over here. That's their kids. Those are normal, nice pictures of her kids, so I don't want to do that. Yeah. And see, this is why the other thing I don't see them being sisters is that Shelly Miller. Let me save this one, which is Alicia's mom. Post and talks about her 3 daughters on National Daughters Day, and Jasmine is not one of these 3 children. That's not Jasmine. None of those are.
Okay.
So, I mean, is it stepkids? Is it whatever? Possibly. I don't know. But that was one of the reasons I was like, nope. Okay. And then this one is actually shared from Jasmine. This is Adina, though. Let me pull it up. And then there's another kid because she's got a little boy that is older than the girls, and I have no idea where that little boy is.
So okay, wait.
Jasmine has at least one other child, an older son, but I don't know where he is.
Oh, older than Athena and
Adina, correct.
I'm surprised a family member hasn't spoken up about that yet. Like if they have.
Family members aren't, the direct family members aren't really speaking out at all. And I'm thinking that, and it does say like they're cooperating, that the bio parents are cooperating, but I'm very curious on where all these children just ended up.
Yeah, the
caregivers have 4 kids, correct? That part. But now I'm wondering if they, okay, back up. I was told by one of the older friends of Alicia that the oldest daughter is actually not Ivan's. It's from her previous marriage.
Okay.
So I have not dug into that. I don't have any I've not dug into whose kid belongs to who, but that's what I was told. And then I was also informed that Jasmine has an older son, a couple of years older than Adina. And I do not know where he is.
Okay.
Cooperating. They belong in cuffs too.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about how she just randomly hands her kids over to somebody else, and why your cousin or whomever. Which child is on the screen now? This is Adina from Jasmine's old Facebook.
I mean,
here, I'll show you this one. This is how I know that there's an older kid. This is Jasmine's old Facebook. 2014. Pregnant. Puts the little boy at around 6-ish, 7.
So wow, okay.
Yeah, back to back babies. It could have been it could have any of those. She could have, if we find out that the state actually did take the kids, and I'm not sure why a grandparent or bio dads weren't involved. There's so many questions I have about the family structure, but what it leads me to is this generational trauma of how we end up in these cases with these kids who are from split homes that have children that have been, siblings that are living in other homes and no contact with bio parents, and like the familial structure is a disaster.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We have situations inside both sides of my family where we do have where court or nothing's in place, but there's an understanding of who takes care of who, and while somebody else is either getting help or they don't have the means, whatever, we're a family, but those children are in a particular home with a particular family member that is given the authority to make all decision making, and they make sure all their health needs are met, and as a family we come together. And so I could see it happening. I just don't understand. But you guys, why.
That's a big question though, is the other families, are they excluded from these children? Like, is nobody around, like from any family,
on
like
either side, right?
You see what I'm saying? Like there's just nobody there. Where is everybody?
And like, how did Alicia, how did she be the one, like, why was she the one picked of all the people in the family or all the cousins? And like, that's kind of like where I was going with our littles, and why, one might be with my older aunt because she's raised a few kids. She decided to take them on, and they're mainly her responsibility. But we all these kids. What is it?
Your family sees these children, is what I'm saying.
All day,
our families are still all united, and everybody's around to help support.
Yep. At the end of the day, though, she makes all decision making, and it's very much known that she holds it down, and we help. That's where I'm kind of not understanding where those family members at. Did anybody help at all outside of Alicia? Or goodness,
I know. Hi, Kate does crime. Hey, Kate. So 2 sets of grandparents. That's 4 people. Well, we know there's actually more than 2 sets of grandparents because you have bio dad's parents, right? So you got that set of grandparents. That's Penny. That's the Brownfield side. Then you have bio mom's mom, and then you have bio mom's dad who's remarried. So there's another grandpa over there, plus a grandma over here. Yeah. Then you've got Alicia, and I think they're cousins. I know that other people think that they're sisters, but I'm going with their cousins right now. So then, because then you have Shelly saying these are her grandchildren.
I'm going cousins too.
Yeah. So then you have all these people. Shoot, I asked earlier and then I missed it if it was answered. Who has those children now? The state. State has all the children right now. Yes. Yep. I shouldn't say that. The state has Adina for sure. The other children, I don't know if the state actually took them because they were supposedly in Arizona with the grandpa. And that was the other thing, was that Ivan, so many names, Ivan supposedly took those children to Arizona to see Alicia's father's side of the family.
Yep. How weird is that?
And Alicia didn't go. You keep hearing sister. See that I've heard now. I keep going back and forth. Sister, cousin. But I still think
cousin.
the
Me
way
too.
that the family lines up, it seems like it's cousin.
Could have been so close as sisters maybe at one point in time in their life.
They're cousin sisters at this point. I don't even know.
Cousins, exactly. We went through this already. The cousin sister.
Yeah,
deal.
they could be cousin sisters.
You're doing a really good job with all the names too, babe, because I don't know how you're doing that because I can't keep you named that whole tree. You were just going.
It's a disaster. They're all over the way. Okay, let me see if I have any other pictures that I wanted to show you guys though. Okay.
This doesn't say anything.
BioMom has like 15 Facebooks.
Yes. 15 names.
Yeah, she's got a lot of different names. Just going and scrolling through my messages to myself so I can see. See if I missed anything else. And then we can go. We'll pull up. I think that's it. So there are pictures of this baby boy. I didn't put those on here. 15. I'm exaggerating. Let me count how many she actually has.
Seriously.
Before somebody actually goes, Teresa said that she has 15 of them. So there's a few. I don't know if there's actually 15, but there's a lot. I'll go through it now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. She has 7 that I have. 7 for BioMom. And then I have 2 for caregiver Alicia. 1 for BioDad. 1 for Ivan. Yeah, I have 7 that I have found.
7.
Different names. I can tell you that there's a lot of different names, but it's Jasmine, Jasmine Brownfield, Jasmine Faircloth, Athena K. Let me go back up, scroll up here. Another Jasmine Faircloth, Jazz. Did I name all of them? I feel like I missed one. Did I say KK? Yeah. So yes, a couple of them under the same name, but mostly all different names. Yeah. She also changed her current one, the one that she uses. She changed the name on that. Yeah, it sounds like a shit show. It really does. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't go telling anybody she has 15. She doesn't really have 15. I exaggerated the number because I was just like, dang, I just kept finding one after the other.
We are at 7.
Yeah, we're at 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have any other ones, let me know.
Yeah, sunset gazing says all those accounts go against Facebook terms of service. Yes,
what I've noticed, and I don't want to say because I've heard that she went to rehab and was one of the reasons that she gave up the kids, and that's possible. But it's pure speculation through all these family members commenting on stuff, and so I don't know that she did. But what I have noticed in the history of doing this for a while is people who use drugs forget their passwords, and they end up having a lot of accounts.
Right. I didn't think about that. You're right.
And they can't ever get rid of the other account because they can't remember how to get into it.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah, but if she went to rehab and lost custody, like if there is actually a DHS or CPS, then Sasha, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, sorry, comments are popping up as I go through, and they're delayed from what you guys see. Yeah. But if she lost custody during that time, that's the only thing I can come up with is that, or maybe she just didn't trust herself to do it. I don't know. Yeah, close enough. 7 to 15, same thing, same difference. Once you pass like 2 or 3, you're just it's
all the same Facebook warning to yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway.
11 billion, and the people know you mean a lot, but you can't be blamed for an exact number. I'm going with that, Jen. She has 11 billion Facebook.
11. There's Jen. There you go.
We needed you there.
We needed you, Jen, for that one.
11 billion, and the people are like, she has 11 billion Facebook accounts.
At Lynn DS, how are you? It's so good to see you.
Hi, Lynn.
I just saw her name pop up.
Miss K said, I read an article and it said that BioMom had custody. That's, once again, it's not confirmed, but that's what I'm understanding too, is that she still actually had the actual custody, the court custody. Bio mom got married in October 22. So she wasn't in rehab. No, I mean, she was in rehab when the girls were given to Alicia and Ivan, which was 1.5 to 2 years ago. Okay, so let me pull this down. All right, let's pull this one over here real quick. So this is Instagram a week ago, January 6th. Here she is posting photos with their new man. I know.
I can't understand this. I just cannot understand how you get up and go on with life. Like just new relationship, new life. Hey, I'm bringing it 2023, guys. Let's do this.
I'm going to make 2023 mine.
My year.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now you're going to make it the state year.
Yeah. Here she is, January 6th again. This is her out enjoying her weekend. So this was Friday night with her new man. But I really want to show you guys some of her TikToks. I know you guys have probably seen some, but we'll go through them anyway. You never know how hard someone had it before they became soft, and you never know the ugliness they had to go through to have such a beautiful heart. Sometimes we learn grace from the worst times of our lives, and that's what saves us. That's January 4th.
Oh, that's January 4th?
Yeah, that's January 4th.
What in your, like, is this what happens? People shut down and they just tell themselves things that just like this didn't happen and I'm going to go on like nothing did happen because no conscience.
I have no idea. I have no idea the mentality of somebody who can just act like this is not real. And that's what I said. Even if I go with the benefit of the doubt here. And like, if he was an abusive person, he most likely abused her as well. Yeah. But if she wasn't with him anymore and she had gotten away, the risk for her safety would have been much better for her to take the opportunity to go. And if she was that afraid of him, she would not be posting on social media saying, here, look at my new boyfriend and we have the best time and we're going to build this beautiful life.
Yes.
Do not choose less because less is easy. Do not run from more because more is difficult. Do not settle for how it is simply because you are afraid to see how it may end up. Do not fear. You are more than ready for anything. That's January 4th.
Ready for anything.
And we saw this one. Definitely, indeed. Somebody put that 45 minutes ago. This is January 3rd. One thing I realize is that everything always ends up working out. Sometimes even better than you can imagine. Remember this when you feel like you're in a hard place or you feel like you've been being challenged the most. Believe in where you're headed. So see the bigger picture.
And wonder why the community and the world becomes outraged. How do you read this? Look at that little face. Know what we just watched, that we think a coroner pulled away with. And she was ready to live a new life. Like she was just going off.
She absolutely was, which makes me not believe that she wasn't involved.
Yeah. Yep.
Or that she gave two shits what happened to those kids if she left them there.
She definitely didn't give a shit for sure. She definitely, at bare minimum, she didn't give a shit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like a feeling he videoed that, or he took a picture and he sent it to her to get her all. Oh goodness.
It's gross. Wish I could drop my body off at the gym and pick it up when it's ready. There's January 3rd, a little bathroom selfie for you.
Like I just.
When you start to love yourself, everything else will fall into place.
There you go. Love yourself.
When you see me with everything I deserve, just know I waited my turn. That didn't age well. That's January 2nd.
I'm going
to turn my camera off because my face is so lit up having all these screens on me.
That's right. I'm probably orange or like deep brown.
There's another bathroom selfie for you from January 2nd. She's a real influencer.
Oh, yeah.
Work on you for you. January 1st, that's her New Year's. Was a hell of a year, so ready to make 2023 mine. We saw that one. One of 365 new beginning, new memories. I love New Year's. I love the fact that I'll be leaving a whole year behind me, no matter if it was good, bad, or average. I like that kind of closure. Fucking A, man. I can't. I love this feeling of starting over again and having a fresh year ahead of me, filled with new chances and new experiences. Yeah, we looked at this picture earlier. Beat night at dinner detective. Must have been best night on December 30th. December 30th.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're a few days off of that, and she's in a red dress with makeup on and completely she's
at a detective dinner, like
at
those,
a
you know,
detective dinner.
a detective dinner where you like go and solve a murder mystery.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What the F, man?
Like, I really hope she does not have this sold like she is that. Because we could sit here and just chat and go back and forth with it, but when Ellie sits down with her, oh my goodness, I hope she does not
Getting her hair did.
getting her hair done.
Well, December 29th, getting her nails done.
Must be nice. Must be like no conscience whatsoever, no heart. No, I mean, why even expect it, right?
This is from the 26th. The best, y'all. Seriously obsessed with all P&P stuff. Mother, yours says a bad word. I would so get a whooping. I think you need one. That's all I'm telling Mama to whip your butt. Oh, that's it. I'm telling Mama to whip your butt.
Is this a brand she's promoting or something?
This P&P stuff?
Yeah.
Someone's fine ass mama.
Influencer?
Yeah. First supporting, I think he's first supporting Prairie and Paws. This is on the 26th.
Mm-hmm. T, is there anything from?
No, 23rd. Happy Christmas Eve's Eve. 22nd.
What?
Yeah, and there's nothing from Christmas itself.
So there's nothing from Christmas, and there was one thing from Christmas Eve, but earlier in the day, right?
No, from nothing from Christmas Eve. Just the 23rd. 23rd, and then it jumps to the 26th.
So it's like she shuts down for a couple days.
The 24th and the 25th, there's nada.
Let me check her TikTok. I wonder if she did anything on TikTok.
I'm going to pull that up next too, so we can go.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we're going to go to TikTok.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. I don't think she had anything on TikTok either, though, from my memory. Yeah. Nothing. But she just starts posting on the 26th like nothing ever happened.
Is that a new phone? I can't see the title.
Yep. Thank you to my mom and stepdad for the best Christmas present. December 17th.
Oh.
New phone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what was on that other phone.
Yeah.
Who's Colt?
That's one of the boys. One of her boys. Yeah.
Awesome.
One of her kids. Yeah. The little one, I believe. I know. It's on Hi, Steph B, by the way. Does she have a Pinterest? You know what? I haven't even looked at Pinterest yet.
Ushmina. Good thinking, Lincoln. Karen, how are you?
I haven't even looked at her Pinterest. I wouldn't be surprised since she's such an influencer.
But her TikToks are so odd as an influencer. They're just odd. Like if you see, even when these influencers first start out, her content does not match that. So I don't know.
No, but she does have one of her Facebooks is an actual page. Like, you know, like she's like, yeah, so she can have like followers on her Facebook page. But the other thing I found really interesting is if you pay attention as we go through this, and then you pay attention when we go through her TikToks, the house and her are pretty clean.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that house as as how they were describing it.
Right. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look. Let me go back and see if there's any more. But I mean, the house itself, and obviously her, she's got her hair done, she's got her nails done, she's got her eyelashes did. So her kids, this is when before I was like trying to give the benefit of the doubt that I do. Like I was saying on my last live, I have a friend of mine who's like, doesn't like lets her kids go outside. They get filthy dirty, and then they get bathed every night, and that's just kind of how it is. But like I'm like, my kid goes outside and plays, comes in, washes his hands, washes his face. I don't want him touching my stuff, you know. But I have a friend who's like, no, like the germs are good for him. Let him go. It comes grabs a bag of chips and just eats them with dirty hands, and I'm like, ugh. But that's how she is. But she's a great mom. I mean, and her kids are well taken care of. They just go out, and so if you got a picture of those kids at 7:00 at night, they're gonna be filthy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got a picture of my kid at 7:00 at night, he's probably not gonna be filthy.
No.
He's had to wash his hands and face all day long.
Yep. You can always tell which moms are like, you know.
This is the caretaker. This is not. You guys want to see the bio mom? I'll show you a picture of the bio mom.
Thanks, Shannon. Yeah.
This is a halfway do. This is from 2019 though, so I'll show you a picture of her real quick. I think I have another one that's in my phone that's from more recent. This is bio mom. Looks just like the girls.
I was just.
The girls look just like her.
Just like her. Wow.
Shmita said, "I'm the mom. I'm the mom with the dirty kid all day."
I'm the mom with the dirty kid all day.
Bio parents do have a Facebook. This Jasmine's the one that I found at least 7 for, and then Wes Brownfield is the other one, and he has a Facebook as well. He was ex-military. He was in the Marines, and then I know he got in some legal trouble. I don't know how bad. I didn't really dig too deep into that because he wasn't actually around the kids. Didn't find digging up his past totally relevant until we have to talk about who's going to take Athena. Then maybe. It looks like his family's pretty solid unit. Like I said, they got the mom, the dad, got a couple sisters.
Sis says bio dud. That's kind of funny.
Bio dud.
That's a new one.
Yeah, well, I'm also wondering. Once again, I have not looked into like the Oklahoma laws on. There's different. California, you don't have to be married. You can put the guy on the birth certificate. We've looked at other cases in other states where you have to be married, otherwise the dad can't go on the birth certificate without a DNA test. I don't know Oklahoma and how that works. If he was in the military when they were together, and is he not on the birth certificates? No idea. But I mean, the kids do have his name. They have Adams, don't they? No, they have Brownfield, but they do call her AA in that affidavit.
They do. You're right.
But her name, but they talk about, that's Athena. That's interesting.
That is.
I don't know. It's going to be another thing to look into. So this is bio mom right here. And she's like I said earlier, she's remarried. She got married in October of 2022. Looks like to a pretty decent guy. It seems like he's just social media wise, not a total douche.
Jen Lou said you give your kids whatever last name you want. That's right.
Right, but I'm just like, I don't know if like maybe he didn't have any rights to them if there wasn't a DNA test. Certain states are like that.
Oh, Julie says they were referred to as Adams on the PCA. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, wait a minute, that they're not. That's interesting to me.
Why would that?
They did. They put the initials of AA for Athena Adams, but she's Athena Brownfield.
And they're sure there was no case file. There's no DHS
we don't know.
case file.
One grandparent says yes, the other grandparent says no. So take that for what you want.
Just with the name issue, just with this, DHS is involved. They had that.
I can't imagine that you can just have somebody else's kids for 2 years. That's just crazy to me, I guess. And letting somebody else have my kids for 2 years? Oh, hell no. I have a hard time letting somebody else have my kids for 2 hours.
You don't leave the parking lot yet.
I know. I do now.
I know that's not happening.
I stayed in the parking lot when my daughter would do gymnastics. I'm a helicopter mom.
Yes, you are. It's okay.
I try really hard because the older two are getting into their teenage years. I know they're going to need their space, and that mom can't be on top of everything. I'm trying. It's not easy.
It's one of the hardest things in the world to do is to let your baby go when the world, and they know that they are not a baby anymore. They'll always be your baby.
All right, so let me pull up her TikTok. We can take a look at that. Okay, so I think that I know. Oh shoot! Why did it do that? Don't be all weird. There we go. Just tell me if you guys can hear this.
And I want to thank my haters too because they
Can you
be
hear it?
downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me. And I want to thank my haters too because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it.
Can you guys can hear it? Okay. Okay. Perfect.
And I want to thank my haters too because.
I know we made plans with the neons, but you're looking lights out, turning me on. That black dress got your boy seeing red, slipping off your shoulders, pulling me. I know we made plans with the neon. You can treat me like my top drawer, baby, I'm yours.
Yeah, she's got a lot of haters now. Why is this one not showing up though?
I took over a year off and cut you bitches some slack. Tell a friend to tell a friend. She's back. I
Okay,
took
so
over
hold
a
on,
year.
let me go back up. So that was 12, 12, 7, 12, 8,
And I
12,
want to thank my
16.
haters too
And
because.
12, 16 for last one on here.
Because they be
Can
downloading
you hear
my
me?
stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it. But it
Probably really loud. 12, 16, did you, or 12, yeah, 12, 16, did you hear me say that?
I thank my haters too because.
You're muted.
Because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap.
12, 16, this one.
Yeah, this is the last one.
And I want.
Okay, let me go back down.
Let me show you exactly how much of a psycho crazy bitch I can be. You think I'm a psycho? Let me show you exactly how much of a psycho crazy bitch
Ironic, right?
I can be. You think I'm a psycho? Let me show you.
You know I'm the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad. You know I'm the face.
You said fuck me, and I was like, cool. So now what's the problem?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These hoes don't like me.
Look, I ain't even finna argue with a bitch. One thing I know, two things for certain. None of these hoes saying shit to my face. And look, I ain't even.
Hold up, Guttig. Hit him with
Clearly
part
going
two,
through it with
son.
another female, maybe.
Wait a minute. Who are?
Soldier boy, tell.
Wait a minute.
I have no words.
These are back from March though.
Right,
But I
Jen
thought they were
Lo?
interesting. I think they're interesting, one, because of the content that she chooses, but you know, that's not the only thing. But I wanted to look at like the background of the house and see, you know, how did she keep her house?
Yeah. She stays in that kitchen area and by her couch a lot.
haters that's really be wanting to kiss. They know our body.
I'm sorry. I just can't.
She's influencing.
Yeah, she's influencing. Making me want to twitch. She's influencing me to twitch.
I like reading some of these comments though.
The comments are amazing. But it definitely shows her mood and who it seemed like. I don't know if she's talking to the new boyfriend's ex-girlfriend or the ex-husband's possible new girlfriend. I don't know. But she seems to think that there's a lot of women that hate on her in those posts.
Right. Why isn't
her?
Some of them are just getting like stuck though. They don't want to play.
They're like, no, just don't do this. Just don't.
Yeah, they're like, stop. Just stop watching.
Just
you don't want to watch. Just stop. Let me. Literally stopped in the middle.
I will fall over right now. Please don't make me fall off my chair. Please don't.
It did stop.
Oh.
It does not want me to play her stuff.
It's like, do not let this influence you no more.
You cannot be influenced by this bullshit.
Ever again. Never.
Look at it. It won't play him.
It's like done. TikTok's done with her ass. TikTok's like, bye.
What the hell?
Right, and look at the songs. Exactly. Her song choosing is yeah. Mom.
I just don't even get why it's not letting me play them though.
Mm-hmm. And just from like the other ones, like the ones like you were getting into, there are a lot of like transformation type TikToks where like, you know, she goes from her facial to her like, you know, rock star look or her evening gown, her leg out.
It's an omen.
It's an omen tape, right?
All right, I don't know. I'll close out and come back and see it. It's just stuck like that.
Muscles and Mascara says your computer's even embarrassed.
Yeah, it's like, please just stop doing this right now. This is Haley. What the hell is it? What was it called? Oh, it's Halo. What the hell is it? Halo, I think. Shit, now I can't even remember what it's called. Just watching random other TikToks, apparently. Hold on. What the heck?
Oh. I ask you.
Do you hear the music?
What's popping? Here's my son. I.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Why is it doing this? Hold on.
How many screens you have playing this time?
Just this one. It's just, it won't, but it still won't show me anything.
Oh, it is TikTok, boy. Huh.
There it is. Let's see if it'll let me play something again.
Yes, sis. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Deborah, these bitches know I got answers. The way I pose for the cameras, they be like, whoa.
Do you want to see a magic trick?
Abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers. The way I pose for the cameras, they be like, whoa.
So you're an artist?
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, yeah.
It's Britney, bitch.
Every time they turn the lights down, let's go.
Woke up this morning, out of my bed. I looked around, this is what I said. Thank you, Lord, for another day.
I can't even listen to her. I can't even listen to this. All right. I mean, it was an omen. I probably should have just stopped then, because now it's just irritating me.
Yeah. Well, that's a special one. There you go.
She's a special one, all right.
For sure. Oh.
All right, let me check and see what updates we've got since we've been live, and then we can wrap it up. I'm just appalled. I just cannot imagine that she does not have more to do with this. I'm sorry. I know that you're not supposed to say that, but that's how I feel.
Yep. T, I'm sending you something.
Okay.
This looks like so far the newest update. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think they're done with her yet.
Oh, she appeared in court. That's right. Okay, so she appeared in court today with her 2 charges of child neglect.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's this one. She was remanded on $500,000 bond. I'll bring it over here so you guys can see it. She's remanded on $500,000 bond. I know it said that. There's that aerial footage. If posted, she has to stay in Oklahoma. She has to wear a GPS tracking device. She cannot have any contact with the witnesses, some of those who may be her own children. They had mentioned the felony charges is facing. She could be upgraded and additional charges could be added. The public defender in the case put an application in for a gag order, saying it's impossible to have a fair trial with affidavits floating around social media. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation warned the public on Monday that social media rumors could hinder the progress. The affidavit released on Tuesday details that what may have happened to Athena. It said the caregivers never enrolled Athena's 5-year-old sister in school or took the girls to the doctor. Athena's sister told police she was tired of being alone. It's unclear how long the little girl was left without care. The document said that Alicia confessed to investigators last week that her husband beat and killed Athena on Christmas Day. Let's see what this is.
Our weather is always changing in Oklahoma. Your source for the most.
Let's see.
Most accurate forecast 10 years in a row.
You're prepared when you know what's going to happen. You can plan your day because you know exactly what to expect.
First Alert Weather on KOCO 5 News. Your only certified most accurate forecast. 10 years running.
Nearly a week into the search for Athena Brownfield, investigators confirmed today they're now looking for this little girl's body, and one of her caregivers, Ivan Adams, has been charged with her murder. OSBI confirming today little Athena Brownfield's investigation is now a recovery effort. The little girl was reported missing last Tuesday after her 5-year-old sister was found all alone by a postal carrier. On Thursday, the caregivers of the girls, Ivan and Alicia Adams, were arrested. Ivan Adams was arrested in Arizona and is facing charges of child neglect and first-degree murder. He's waiting to be extradited back to Oklahoma. Alicia Adams is facing pending charges of child neglect, but has not been formally charged by the state. OSBI confirmed today Athena is related to Alicia and had been in the care of the Adams for at least 1 year. Investigators say the biological parents of the little girl have been interviewed and are cooperating. OSBI is asking the public to not self-deploy to search for Athena's remains. They warn if you do, you could be trespassing or possibly interfering with the investigation by contaminating evidence.
Yeah, so she would have to have an ankle monitor if she is released.
You know what, T, back to what you were saying about her actually possibly being there. Listen, let's just go over her words one more time. She says, it says, Alicia confessed that on December 25th, 2022, around midnight that night, Ivan Brownfield beat and held her up by her arms.
Yep.
Brownfield was not moving and her eyes were barely open. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 times in the chest. Those are very specific details. I'm starting to now go with she had to. How is she not there for that? A picture is not going to tell you that. Unless
pull this one back up. Somebody's asking where the interrogation is. I'm assuming. Do you mean the affidavit? We haven't seen any interrogation yet. So
yeah.
Hi, Jessica. I'm thinking that she had to be there. I agree with you.
Yeah. I wasn't at first thinking that, and now just on those words alone, like specifically saying that. Just the eyes and the how many times, those are very specifics.
Yeah, let's see. She was okay. So this is the sister that was interviewed. Okay, their phone records of Alicia and Ivan did not match what they had reported on December 26th between 4:15 and 5:30. Ivan's phone shows his phone leaving the residence and traveling near Rush Springs, Oklahoma, where they had a previous location or previous residence. They re-interviewed Alicia and read her Miranda, to which she waived. Alicia confessed that on December 25th, 2022, around midnight that night, Ivan beat Athena and held her up by her arms. Athena was not moving and her eyes were barely open. He then laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in the chest. Okay, hold on a second. Held her up by her arms. He held her up by her arms and beat her. So like with one arm he holds her up and then hits with the other. I'm assuming then he laid her on the ground and punched her at least 3 more times in the chest. She never moved after that. Ivan then left around 1 o'clock in the morning. total mess up on time here because he leaves at 4. She says he leaves at 1. And when he arrived back, he told Alicia that he buried her near a fence line that was next to their old residence in Rush Springs. He informed her he placed a large broken branch over the burial site.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
It's heartbreaking.
The second part, I can absolutely believe that was something he did, came back and told her about. But that first part, there's no way. There's just no way. It's too detailed.
First thing I thought when I saw her done up was take that off. Mugshot does her more justice.
Mm-hmm.
It's Twisted Gemini, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine that they're not going to upgrade something here because this is sick that she's sitting there watching the whole thing and then she just goes out and has like Casey Anthony vibes. Like, okay, well, you took care of it. Go ahead. Now let's go have fun. You go out to Arizona with the fam and I'm going to go hang out with my new boyfriend.
And they have to stop setting this tone where these caregivers they're not being charged with murder because they get the deal first or they confess first, because that's just bullshit at this point. Like, it's setting a very bad tone that you could be a caretaker, whether you're the biological mother, whether you're the court appointed guardian, whatever, that you can just leave these babies behind in the hands of monsters or in the hands of whoever's, and that's okay. And, yes, the person who does the horrific crime should absolutely go to jail, but in my opinion, so should that caretaker, guardian, parent, whatever, because that's just...
I'm telling you, with a simple fact that she can just go on and act like nothing happened and just be okay with her new boyfriend talking about the best weekend of her life.
Prepping for 2023, like she's looking forward to this year and this is her year and she's taking her life back. Like, huh? No, you just took a life, actually.
This one just came out. Let's see. Athena's sister made a heart-wrenching comment when she was found walking alone after the 4-year-old sibling's death. Athena's Brownfield's sister made a heart-wrenching comment. Okay, 4-year-old. Okay, we already read that part. Oh, shit. Come on.
Not a robot.
Give me that crap. Let me see.
I don't like that. There's too many of these cases. And these caregivers just go.
Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm not involved. Anna Walsh is heartbreaking and absolutely devastated about Athena.
Yes.
Let's see. Just looking to see what the closest updates are, so we can at least finish off with where we're at currently. Caregiver allegedly beat her. We know that Athena was reported missing by the postal worker. These websites are just crap, though.
Yeah, they don't give you. There's just not much coming out, and they're already on top of.
It just keeps repeating the same thing over and over again.
In this case, I guess this police department, they're very much against sleuthers, and they're kind of making that the reason why they don't want to mention too much about the case, which I think is just a bunch of crap. I think that's a cop-out to the whole DHS situation, because they know if we find out about DHS, we will very much dig into that. That's why I think that's
because if you look at all these cases that we do cover when it comes to these kids, there's so many times that the social services is what's failing.
Yep, and we tend to discover that, and we trip them up in that, and I think that's another reason why they don't want us.
I'm very curious, if they did not take the girls to the doctor, did they take their own kids to the doctor? You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be a big deal, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, caretakers turn out to be the life takers. Yeah.
And I'm curious, were they getting paid for this? Maybe not through the state, but maybe another family member was being paid for them, and then they were cutting them off in between it, because that happens a lot. I do a lot of these kid cases, and that happens.
It comes down to money.
Yep. Who can collect what check for that child versus, and that might be where maybe someone that's nonverbal, they were trying to go autistic route, because you get a little bit more money for autistic. You actually get a lot more money for autistic children. But that's why there has to be a DHS file at minimum. There has to be, just because of the initial thing.
We know that there has to be one now because you've got kids involved. That's just how it is. Let me see. There was a couple questions that I wanted to ask. Yeah, she had the best date ever.
Yeah.
Do I think that she did it, that she did the date so she'd have an alibi? Possibly, but it's still very strange to me that she's allowing him to take her other children.
Right. How sick are you? If he just murdered your baby cousin, niece, whatever, what in the world would make you think that he's not enraged enough to do that to your own children?
And that's why I'm saying, if there was a fear, which I would understand if she was abused and there was a fear that he was going to do something to her, I could understand the not calling, not telling anybody. But I don't get, she's obviously not in fear when she's hanging out with this guy and posting it all over social media and, you know, they're letting her kids go with him. She's not afraid then.
Yep. She's not afraid at all.
Texas Angel, curious, did any of the caretakers' kids go to school? Yes, they actually, one of the oldest daughter is, I believe, right around the age of 10. And some of the classmates' parents have spoken and said like that the 10-year-old is extremely intelligent, like how bright she is, how like well taken care of she is. She was also, there's a lot of photos on Alicia's Facebook that she did like pageants and things like that, and they just talked about like what a nice young girl this is and how smart she is. So the older kids were in school. I don't know Adina's birthday, and I know that in some states you can't actually start until, you know, if she is 5 now, could she even be enrolled in kindergarten yet? Because we're in January, she should be in kindergarten if she is 5, right?
Yes.
I know that there's certain like months, like with like my son just turned 6, but he had to wait until he was 5 to be enrolled in kindergarten.
Right.
So he was going to end up turning 6 because the year prior, even though he would have turned 5 during the school year, they wouldn't let him into kindergarten.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, but she is 5, so she should be.
She should have been, yes. Yep.
It depends on the state. That's what I'm wondering. But if she is already 5, she should have been, unless she just turned 5. So if she turned 5 after the school year started, she wouldn't be able to start school till next year. Yeah, that's what we have too. So pre-K starts at 4. Yeah, but you don't have to do pre-K, right? That's like my son could have done pre-K, but he was in preschool anyway, so I had him stay there instead of going to TK, is what it's called here, transitional kindergarten. And then he started in kindergarten. He was 5, turned 6. If her birthday was after September to turn 5, she won't start until, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know her birthday though, so I can't actually say for sure if she should have been enrolled in school.
Yeah.
If she turned 5, September, October, November, December, she wouldn't be in school anyway. But the other kids were in school.
I wonder if she was out of the bunch, you know, like they say sometimes, and you know, when there's multiple children in that type of house environment type setting, should I say, one kind of gets it more than the others. I wonder if that was just Athena, and Athena was the one.
But I don't know, because their little boy looks so beat up too.
I know. But just going along with maybe the schooling and all, I'm sure they, and again, it's just my opinion. I'm going to assume that they were possibly all abused in maybe some way, but I just feel like Athena maybe took the brunt of it.
Well, if she got out of the house, don't y'all think she goes straight to the police to save her own children? I'm talking like that's just common sense. Yes. You wouldn't run off into the arms of another. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Boom.
If he actually leaves the state and you know that you're okay, but he's got your kids, I don't know.
And I'm sorry. I don't care what fear I'm in. I don't care what danger I'm in. I don't care who this man is. You take my children. You do anything with my children. I am not running away from you.
I have a real problem.
I'm running towards you. You best believe that. I'm not running away. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably, so that's why I'm like, okay, so she could have maybe been in like a pre-K, TK kind of situation, and she could have, depending on her birthday, maybe been in kindergarten. But I don't know. That's not the big one to me right now. The big one is if this woman was in this flipping house and watched him do this to this baby, and then she just goes out on a fucking date, and then they leave this other baby alone.
Yep. And she only gets this very minimal charge, if at all. You know, when no, you say no, you left this baby behind. If that's the case, if you were not there, then at minimum you left this baby behind in the hands of a damn monster, and that's just it. But everything's leading up to, according to her details, she was there, in my opinion. Unless something changes in this, but I don't know.
And I highly doubt that she wasn't there with all these kids on Christmas.
Yep. And why did that person specifically say, like, they made a point to correct it, that yes, they were in talks of not being together. They technically weren't together on Christmas, but they celebrated the holiday together. And then she didn't officially leave him until New Year's. And again, that's just a person commenting, saying that they know them, but that's just odd, because she does follow up with that, though. You know, look at her actions. She does spend Christmas with him. And then after New Year's is when she goes on this trip with the new guy in her new life.
This was me, my oldest son. Because I was spanked as a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna spank my kids. And I was gonna be this tough mom. I was gonna be like, they're not gonna be all bratty like I was, kind of thing. And yeah, I spanked him and I cried, and that was it. Never happened again, because I was like, what a terrible mother I am. I could never do that again.
It hurts us more.
The little one's like, so spoiled. And I'm like, oh. My little one's a different breed, though, I'll tell you that. This article just popped up. It says, I haven't read it, but it looks like it covers most of what we already know. I'm not even sharing my screen anymore, so let me put that back on here. The authorities have discovered a child's remains in Rush Springs, Oklahoma, the same town where 4-year-old Athena Brownfield, suspected murderer, said he buried the toddler. According to court docs, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has recovered the remains of a child in rural Grady County outside of Rush Springs. At this time, the OSBI cannot confirm the remains are those of Athena Brownfield. The remains will be transported to the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City for positive identification. And investigators say he was the one that I was thinking of, his age. 35-year-old Ivan Adams, one of the two caretakers for Athena and her 5-year-old sister, allegedly killed her on Christmas and buried her before fleeing to Arizona. This is another thing, is that all the news places are still referring to them as caretakers and not adopted parents.
Yep.
Which makes me think that there's no legal.
No, there's no
legal. They don't have like they're not adopted, but they may have like a guardianship. Allegedly killed her on Christmas and buried her body before fleeing to Arizona. That's the next question. So when did he leave to Arizona? Because we were told that people saw him that weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
First degree. So Ivan Adams is charged with first-degree murder and child neglect in connection with Athena's disappearance from Adams' home in Surreal, Oklahoma, and the girl's death. His wife, 35, so she's 35, old Alicia Adams, is charged with 2 counts of child neglect. She confessed it on December 25th around midnight that night. We've read this already. I don't want to read it again. The alleged abuse occurred at the Adams home. Ivan left the residence with Athena and later told where he buried her. Athena and her older sister. That's what we know from the affidavit. Athena was initially reported missing last week after the postal carrier found the 5-year-old wandering around alone on Nebraska Avenue in Surreal, Oklahoma. The postal carrier knew the 5-year-old girl wasn't where she was supposed to be and notified police, at which point law enforcement realized that Athena was missing. Athena's older sister told a Surreal officer that she had been home alone and was tired of being alone. The officer then received a phone call from Alicia Adams asking where Athena Brownfield was located. At the time, authorities determined that the 4-year-old was missing. So she calls and says, where's the 4-year-old? But she knows already where the 4-year-old is.
Yeah.
Or does he admit to her what he did after? But that's a lot of details. That's a lot of intricate details that he's not going to be like, yeah, I held her by her arms and I did X, Y, Z.
Right.
So this is all fake. Where is Athena? That's all fake.
And the only way, and it still doesn't match up to me, is if it was videoed, and that still doesn't add up to me. Just doesn't. She was there. In my opinion, she was there.
Yep, I agree. The affidavit basically states that she was there, Miss K. I agree with that too. Bio Dad was in the Marines. He's not in the Marines anymore. Also, Ivan, I believe, was in the Marines. There's a lot of these men that were in the Marines that are involved in this case.
Yeah. And where's Summer? Just said, yep.
I would say when you were going to say something too, they can get the biological parents on abandonment charges. Yeah. If there wasn't anything set in stone, I mean, I think the only difference would be that there's, if it was a known situation, it was an established situation for a certain amount of time, then I think that would be like, that's how it was, that they were the responsible parties.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious what the Oklahoma law says with that, regarding all of that. I didn't look into any of that yet. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like how that works.
I think that's all we've got for you guys tonight. That's a lot already. I don't even.
Yeah. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and all the articles.
They'll probably have
Nothing's been
some form
updated.
of press conference, I would assume, after they confirm that it's her.
You think we'll get the results back tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah.
It'll probably be tomorrow or the next day. It might be tomorrow afternoon. Jasmine is the bio mom. Yeah, the female targets military men. All right, you guys. All right, my lovely Mia Moore, Michelle. Thank you for coming up with me.
No, thank you,
guys, thank you guys so much for being here with us. And I know that some of you guys had to come and go. It's a tough topic. It's so sad when these cases end like this.
Yeah.
And then you get tired. You get tired of them always ending, with this is the outcome over and over again. And it's like, what do we do to change that? Like, how do you fix the beginning part where it doesn't get here? We constantly talk about all these things after the fact. I don't really know the right steps to take to change. I feel like social services as a whole just needs need to just be dismantled and started over.
I completely agree with that. There's just way too many holes that these babies are slipping through, and it's getting harder. We're getting more tired of seeing these things, and we're heading into a new year, and it just seems like these baby cases are mounting up, and we just headed into a new year, and I think that's why we're all kind of taken, especially this one, just even a little bit more. We just came off of Quentin. And again, these people, these caretakers are not being held responsible. Put the monster behind bars, fine. Yes, absolutely. But these caregivers, caretakers, guardians, they are responsible. You cannot just leave these babies with whoever to do whatever. It's just not how that goes. It's your responsibility.
I'm very curious the last time the bio parents have had anything to do with these girls.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it's been about 2 years. The way it's been looking, just off of social medias alone. And that's so sad.
Thank you to all of you guys for coming and listening and for caring about Athena. And if you guys are creators and all the creators that were in here earlier, thank you guys for taking the time to cover Athena's case and get her face out there and make sure that people know that, she was missing. And
don't let these monsters just settle. Let this case just settle and go off into the wind somewhere. We still fight for Athena either way. And you guys have been so cool and kind in chat and just here for all the right reasons and just loving Athena and keeping these stories out there so that these monsters get exactly what they deserve. All of them, too.
I know Aviva Nana says like the bio parents are responsible too. I know people are like, don't talk crap about them. They did what they thought was best. And I'm like, as a mom, I still have such a hard time with that. I still have such a hard time with that. That's why I said I want to know how often they were involved in anything that had to do with these girls.
Yep.
Checking up on them, calling, saying hello, anything.
Yep, because we're asking about the other family members. So, where are these bio parents calling and checking in and things? And like you said, we just came off the holidays, so there's just no reason for none of this. This happened on Christmas. No one called the day after Christmas. No one bothered for it's just, No.
All right. Well, I appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate all of my wrenches for being here and all your help. I know some of you guys have come and gone and you're not here anymore. But I appreciate you guys for coming in and helping Delana, BR. I know Shamita was here earlier.
Rock stars.
Yeah. Amazing help I have on this channel. And I just appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys, the viewers, for hanging out. And you have 1,000 other places that you could go and you choose to spend your time here with me and the lovely Mia Moore Michelle. It's probably because of her you do, but I appreciate you anyway.
And love you. We love you.
Love you. And we will see you guys. If there is a presser tomorrow, I'll try to go live and cover it because I want to hear what they have to say. But they're lovely Alex Erickson. She is there. She is.
Ellie.
Prettiest cat. Yep. Sounds like everybody just walked away and nobody cared. They're just like, nope.
Yep.
Who cares? 5-year-old, 4-year-old girls. Who cares, right?
Yep.
Fucking
That is the one thing I
ridiculous.
can say about this community. We do love these
Internet
babies
cares
and
more
we
than
care.
half of these damn families. It's
Yes,
sick.
we do.
It's sick.
I hope they can feel that one day. I know they're not here, but I hope they can know that there's so many of us that love them that don't even know them. So we thank you guys, honestly. Thank you.
Love you all.
Love you. Bye.